Okay, mic is on. Appears to be fine dandy. Let's get rid of the text, which is this. That. Go. Now front on board. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right, we're back for some more Shadow Generation. So let me go boot that because I think this game is one of those that actually quietens when you tab out, but I didn't want to risk that, so
Yeah.
this will just take a second. At least it doesn't take forever. You skip most of the crap at the start.
That's good.
I say most. There's always that one screen that just refuses to be skipped.
But that's the most important one, the Sega one.
No, it's the engines.
Oh, typical.
Yeah, I know. Just give me a second. Screen share over to you because you need to see this as well, even though you don't technically need to, but you know, it'd be nice.
It would be, yeah.
Let's see. Let's say fun. Right, so we just did the 2 acts for Kingdom Valley, so we're done with this end, so now we need to go over on that end, whatever's on this side of the area. Oh look, a loop. It's a Sonic tradition, you must have your loops.
Yeah. I assume knowing that you're going fast if you're not in the loop.
See if we can guesstimate what this one will be. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Okay, with the benefit of hindsight and future game releases, it kind of makes sense to have themes and stages from the future titles after Sonic Generations, because time travel, it makes total sense. So, yeah, use the assets that already exist, pretty much. So now we're in Sonic Forces, and this looks very familiar. But now we're in a better engine with actual game layout design, so, you know, the stage isn't disappointing anymore, and is more than 1 minute long. Sonic Forces, how I despise you. Okay, I don't hate the game, but man, what a fucking disappointment it was.
I should have sound like it.
Yeah, it's pretty much just the entirety of Sunset Hills, but actually done correctly. Pretty much just like, okay, we're gonna make it entirely 3D. We heard your warnings.
And also we're going to make it longer.
Nah, I can't make that. Yeah, it's pretty much got like all the core sections that was in the original stage, just amplified pretty much. Well, this part here is new. You can use the chaos control to stop the debris and use them as platforms. That's brilliant. Very easily missed route there if you weren't aware. Actually using the Death Egg robots and making them, you know, relevant to the fucking stage, because they're actually a hazard now. What?
So they were just backwards forces then?
Yeah, they were barely used as a threat. It's like, oh, you're weaponizing the, you know, end game boss from Sonic 2 as a low level nuke. Well done, guys. Can't go over. The right on the top left. Never noticed. Oh. Taking my higher up. Oh. It's like, I gotta wait for them to respawn.
It's kind of the no anime, just let you pass in time with this sword, now I will wait for a second automatically.
I mean, Shadow does do that, so...
Yeah.
Nice to see the, like, sewer properly used in Sunset Heights, or Sunset something. That was barely used in Forces either. Anyway, more radical. Gotta get more Radical City. Highway, there we go. It was Radical something.
Yeah.
Sorry, I blank out on stage names because they're all too similar.
Yeah, I totally know them, and that looked like a Citadel for a second.
Okay, so the sidestep is a little different in this game. I don't know why they changed it. Before, you press the button, you just immediately shift to the next lane. In this game, it acts more like a drift, if that makes sense. I'll be able to demonstrate it better in the world, not here. It's just that it's a weird change they made, considering it's not intrusive because the game controls so well. I don't actually need the sidestep. It's like, that's why I'm okay with it. It's like, this game controls really well, even in the 3D space. Like, I've got really good directional control even while boosting. That was an issue with Sonic in the past, where you're a little unyieldy. I think the stage likes grind rails, but we just had a stage about that.
Sometimes look fun, and they give you the feeling of being good while actually not having too much.
I just remember there was I saw a Twitter thread, whatever, about players struggling with how the rail grinding works in the original SA2, because it used to be physics-based, but no players could understand that, you know, using physics is your goal here. They were too used to the automation of modern games. How dare they?
Yeah.
To be fair, Youngmi was equally guilty, but you know, the answer to the problem is read the manual.
Good. Manuals used this.
Yeah. Ugh. Almost missed that. Oh, there's the end, but I'm just gonna get a couple seconds. It's a weird quirk, you can't use chaos control in those sections. It's very specific. That's Act 1. Now for Act 2. 2D stage ahoy! Anyway. That's probably none.
Nah. Just back one stuff.
Okay, so Act 2 is, well, very similar to how Forces looked, if you think about it. Because, yep, it was a 2D based game, really, barely 3D. But this one's better, I swear. In fact, it's actually using sewer assets more than the original game did.
All the stitches to spare also fit quite well, so...
Yeah, it's like nothing's changed here. Oh, look, Death Egg Robot's being relevant again. And that mechanic, that was in Forces as well. They try to make that little thing where you multi-chain enemies as a shadow exclusive mechanic. No, Sonic could do that too if you just mod the game. It's not exclusive at all. All using the same damn programming.
Yeah, but that's just smart programming usually. It's like, if you look it up and yeah, that's what always difference, but...
This is the ultimate power.
I should use this here, it makes sense.
You can paste through faster. Yes.
I think it's these platforms you can phase through. That's probably special by design.
Chaos control.
Ice.
Nobody understands this thing.
Ah, missed the thing up there. No, went too fast. Do you... No, get out of the way. Wee. It's like 2D layout, but they can't have 3D spectacles. What an unusual concept. Only the previous games had this mindset with their 2D focused stages.
Yeah, I guess they kind of took a bit easier way again.
I mean, yeah, especially with colors. Ugh. That game was barely 3D at all. It had it, rarely.
That was the... No, this is the one on the Whisper was the Lost World.
They both have wisps, so you're right. It's like, you're not wrong. But no, Carlos was the one that was mainly focused on the Wisps. Lost World just
Okay.
brought them in because they could. Because like, Carlos made a lot of numbers. We should keep bringing them back, even though canonically it makes no sense for them to be here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting somewhat better.
You start paying attention long enough, it starts to stick.
No, okay, I think I remember now. Lost Worlds was the one with all the tiny planets, right?
It's the hexagonal themed one, but the Wisps were there, but they were not acknowledged in the plot whatsoever.
That was still with a good person to do, you had distance with that.
There you go. Is that Ness? I couldn't tell. No, I missed it by 12 seconds. Oh no! I was enjoying myself too much. How dare I? Oh well.
You can enjoy yourself without getting an S-Wing.
I mean, yeah.
Maria! Thank you, Shadow.
Where did you learn to fight like that?
They must be from a point in time before the Ark disaster. Perhaps I can change their fate.
Shadow? You look grim. Are you alright?
I'll be fine. We'll all be fine. Find somewhere safe to hide. I'll take care of everything.
I feel like when Shadow first sees Gerald, he instinctually flinches back away from him because he remembers what Gerald was after Maria was lost. But this is before, so he's nice here. For now.
Oh god.
Shadow?
I've deduced that we're in some kind of temporal anomaly. Therefore, I thought it'd be better to not interact with too many elements to prevent a paradox from occurring.
Yeah, I was definitely that.
You've been acting rather boldly, though perhaps I've been too cautious. I'll continue to study the anomaly. If I find anything pertinent, I'll inform you right away.
Very good.
Be careful.
Shadow, when you become so strong and confident,
Be careful, Shadow.
please be careful out there. Those aliens are fearsome.
Shadow.
Oh, Shadow, you're just getting comfortable about the Ark when all of this happened. I hope all the staff are doing okay. They all really ramped up to you.
Oh, this really is before everything went to shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to find the boss gate before we do any of the side stage stuff, so let's go find it. In here, thankfully. Kind of the only interior location in this entire map, which is interesting. Is it further?
Out of my way.
Let's see, optimum all this. E. Like, I could go explore and find shit, but there's no point to it because all you can find are those bolts, and that's it. Like, I appreciate that they've tried to fill this environment with things to look for, but all there is to find are the extras and the bolts, but, I've already done that.
You bought on whatever the other one is called.
gate.
All right.
There's the challenge gates.
And there's the other one.
Did they add... I don't remember. Okay, they did. After you find the gates, they give you shortcuts to get back up here, or at least send you in the right direction, so that's something. Okay, first one, so now we gotta do Valley challenges. This gives good practice for using the surf ability. Oh no, I missed a thing, how dare I? It's not like I don't need it. I've done this completely wrong.
You have enough time. Okay, you need a bit more time. Looking like the driver's test that you do causes not.
We actually have to intentionally hit the cones. Oh, plenty of time. I get all the strengths for the challenges, not the stages. I see. That's the mistake I was making.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, my favorite collector rings don't get hit. Gonna fuck it up somewhere, I know I will.
I don't know, that's like no hit challenge.
Probably did that too early, but I don't care. It looked cold. I didn't need to pick it up, but I did it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, so fix stuff up.
I was kind of worried. It's like, there's no eagle. Where's the eagle? I'm gonna fall to my death. It's all your fault.
When you have learned from none of the rings that eagles are always there when you need them.
Only that when the script needs them. Wasn't there an actual like excuse why they couldn't use the eagles to Mount Doom?
Yeah, there was. Because they're their own people and don't want to get killed by someone just flying up into his stronghold.
Damn it, they're too sentient.
It's like the only reason they were able to fly once the thing's over was because, you know, they all got distracted and Sounds was already dead.
The tower blew up.
Yeah.
Okay, time to learn this one. Sure, good start. I remember actually struggling with this challenge for a bit, but I'm sure I'll be fine. Alright, to be fair, it might be just me trying to be the perfectionist of getting all the gears and whatever to unlock the extras, because it's just like, I'm doing the challenge, I might as well get all of them in one go.
That sounds sort of like you, yeah.
Yeah, it's that section. I remember. It was me doing that all the time, and then...
Like, oh, I can, you know, do it before it goes down, I can probably do that.
Like, that gear over there, I probably misplaced myself and fell down by accident. Exactly one jump height's worth. Yeah, see, if I went for all the gears, I definitely would have missed the S rank. I didn't want to do that because I don't care. It's nice not giving it to him.
You can remember, so, my colleague of mine, and I think they talked about it a lot already. And he's like a real completionist. He just started playing Starfield.
Oh,
And
no.
the game would probably be the best for him because he just doesn't make progress.
If Starfield is anything like Skyrim, yeah, you won't be seeing him for a couple of weeks or months.
Yeah.
Even I haven't fully completed that game. Keep intending to come back to Skyrim, but I'm just like Mass Effect, waiting for a mod.
Yeah.
But it's a really good mod. This actually makes my experience worthwhile, so I want to wait because I know it'll make it better.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, if kind of same with now Hades 2 the Alex, Ragnarok distracted me well enough. So as soon as there's an update, I'll be like, ooh, finally!
And how is Hades doing? Is it still making development?
Yeah, so they had an update where they added like an entirely new area not too long ago.
Oh, cool.
Because it's actually made by developers that care.
Let's see. There's a shortcut I should use. Should be. Oh, you know what? I probably need to climb the thing, then I can activate it. Let's try using this. No, I can't. Okay. Actually need to get up here manually. God forbid.
Also, I now reminded myself of Kerbal Space Programs 2 and now set again.
From what I gathered, you're not missing out. Apparently Kerbal Space 2 is not made well.
Yeah, and it's completely abandoned, even if you can still pay for it.
No.
It's like,
Nothing value was lost.
no.
Wasn't it literally that the devs were bought out and then replaced, and then none of the heart was there?
Yeah, and then the ones that replaced also no longer there. And it's not even clear who owns it anymore right now.
Oh,
but it's still on Steam, which is insane. And
I'll stick with one.
yeah, absolutely.
The one that was made to be a simulator experience. You know, the whole point of being a very accurate space travel sim.
Yeah.
I wonder if the modding community has actually like gone up since 2's release. Like for one, it's like they actually try to make the game, the first game, even better than using the second game.
Okay. But funny enough, and I haven't looked too much into it. Apparently, some people are now making Kitten Space Administration.
All right.
And it's either like some people that were affiliated with the original developers or just straight up the original developers. I don't entirely sure that anymore. But yeah.
Well, as long as it's being made by people who actually care and know what the hell they're doing, that's all that matters. Do more games like that nowadays.
Yep.
Like seriously, there's been some dog shit games last year.
Yeah, not for me, but that's also because new PC and I've been playing all this.
All the good ones from the previous years.
Yeah. Like that was a really good gaming year in retrospect for me, but yeah.
Oh, I think the Spider-Man 2 is released on PC by about now, I think. So it's probably your next game after Ragnarok.
Probably not. I think I'm going to get Tactical Breach Wizards.
Okay, it's a very specific title. What is it?
It's grid-based, real turn-based strategy game.
Alright. Neat. Could always use another strategy game.
Yeah. And apparently really, really good. It's like I saw some of the body and just has great episode humor that I just really click with.
Fair enough. Enjoy the games that you like and all that.
Yeah.
Right, I need to find the other challenge set, which is there. Break this box. Okay, like, I do remember the routes I take here, but once you've beaten the game, you get familiar with the more completed version of the routes, if that makes sense. We have all the shortcuts, so that's what I've been using.
fair. And Spider-Man 2 releases on the 30th of January, so that...
Oh, okay. I thought it was out by now. I guess... Okay, I saw a tweet for Marvel's Rivals which saying they were going to have a tie-in, like, costume DLC for the game. I thought that meant it'd be out now.
They would have to wait another 15 days to earn more money, so...
Oh no, I'm gonna lose sleep for not having a game I already have. He says, well, he's been guilty of doing that regardless.
This is the ultimate power.
I didn't need to do it that way, but I did it anyway.
It looked like there was a good way to do this.
But I could do it a more challenging way if I didn't do it that way. What am I doing?
You're beating the challenge with tools the game gives you.
Yeah, I guess. Do that. I don't need it, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Okay, this one should be fairly simple and kind of automated.
Is it going through the rings? No, it is going through.
Yeah, it's collecting. You can see the counter on the top right.
Yeah. It's like, is it the normal rings or the big rings that go through? It's like, no, the big ones because they're way more.
And it's like, gee, I wonder what it would be. The stage is themed around these things.
Yeah.
That's that done. Okay, where's the... Alright, we could just platform over there, but we've already found the gate, so I'm assuming it's fast travel over there? No. How dare I? I did have a... It's not a shortcut. That leads to that bit over there. Do it anyway. He says. There you go. So why can't I help me attack the spring? It's right there. There's a spring. You know, I'm just gonna ignore it because it doesn't even lead to the path I want to go towards.
Okay. I again lost all sense of orientation with that.
I'm very familiar with this. It's not that big, so you know you can get familiar with this place quickly.
Yeah.
It's finding all the bolts and parts and shit. That's where it gets problematic.
And for me, it's also the if you just passenger with something, you never know the amounts as well as if you actually drive there yourself.
Yeah, fair. Considering what was going on with me in Austria, yeah, fair.
Yeah, it's true because like whenever you told like it was good to know, but your parents is like, I don't know any of this.
What is this place? Alright, boss time. Who's it gonna be? Not like, you know, the trailers spoiled this guy, unfortunately. I recognize this music.
And Sonic,
What? What gave that away?
and the industrial environment.
Maybe. Specifically Metal Overlord from Sonic Heroes, which was honestly a really good, pleasant surprise to see. He's like, oh my god, Sonic Heroes, acknowledgement, finally. What also a surprise is that he talks here. Like, it's like, oh, you're right, this version of Metal talked. It's like, he doesn't do that anymore. He only did that when he was in this form.
You are not technically in the life form.
He got a little bit crazy when he got upgraded in Heroes. Got a bit too obsessed. I do like, if you try using Chaos Control here, Metal Overlord here will actually acknowledge that that doesn't actually work on him. He actually copied the data to do Chaos Control himself, so it doesn't work on him.
So when when you do it, he doesn't as well, and it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just cancels itself out. I don't know. avoiding doing extra damage to them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I just want to showcase that he does acknowledge it. It's just like, that's such a neat, small detail that can be very easily missed. Oh, okay, well, there'll be a bit more to it than that. To be fair, there is like a hard mode in this game after you get close to beating the full game. So, you know, if you want a bit more difficulty, try those. I mean, I've got this mantis thing, so I'm doing alright.
Yeah, it's like you just staying in one place as well.
There is spots where you should be using your chaos control for optimal damage, but that hasn't shown up yet. Or I did miss one earlier. That's because I used it too early.
You wanted to show it off.
Emergency rings go.
This what the guy, my name is nobody.
Just a tiny smidge more damage. There we go. Get fucked.
Did Ola just do a Pacific Rim?
Guess he did. Man, you needed to be a super phone to beat him. Not anymore. To be fair, we're running the logic of Shadow using the upgrades that allows him to do any of this. But still... Alright, new power. Let's go find it. I'm sure it's fine.
Should we just destroy it?
I mean, it's up there and I'm down here.
It's not like you're super fast and can just jump through the entire world normally.
Shadow? Are you in pain?
No. I feel a connection to the symbol in the sky. It's the same tingle as my new abilities.
It is the power of Black Doom.
Grandfather?
I made a Faustian deal with that monster to create Shadow. Now it seems that we all have to pay for my sins.
So my powers, that symbol, they're all connected.
Maria's illness couldn't be treated on Earth. I could better manage her condition on the Ark, even if her family didn't like the idea. I attempted to develop the ultimate life form as a means to find a cure for Maria. My own experiments had reached their frustrating limits. So when that alien warlord reached out to me and offered the miracle of chaos control, I accepted it. Through his DNA, the ultimate life form was born. Black Doom wanted me to make the perfect warrior for him, So these new abilities are all part of his grand design. You two are linked by blood. As you grow in power, so does he. He will either take control of your mind and make you his ultimate weapon, or take over your body and be reborn in you.
Huh. You made me the ultimate life form, Professor. Black Doom is a fool. I'll take this power and use it as my own.
Solid plan.
New power over there. I better go get it.
Also, why is this water so purple?
Because it can be. There's a good reason why. It's just all the way over yonder, so just give me a second. No convenient shortcut
Also,
for this
I
one.
didn't expect the good reference in Sonic.
For what, for Gerald, or...?
Yeah, Frost and Deal.
Oh. It is an unusual word to use in general.
I mean, it's technically name.
Something calls to me.
Alright, so that purple goo stuff slows me down, so maybe this thing will be the fix to that.
Remember the Venom comment I made earlier?
Well, I did say kinda. Okay, so the Doom Morph is a little unique in the mechanic and how it works. You can only change the form with these little sphere things you'll find in the upcoming stage. And you kind of have a boost, but not really. This tutorial isn't really good, because it doesn't tell you how it works. So your boost isn't like a normal boost, you just press the button to do like a burst of speed. Now, the swinging here is weird, because you have to press the button and continue holding it to do a full swing. Or, it doesn't tell you this, you can actually launch vertically upwards with these sphere things if you let go of the button you're holding midway at the bottom of the swing, basically. It's like the game doesn't really tell you this because the tutorial wasn't very good. Most people will just hold the button to do the continuous swing. It's a good mechanic once you know how it works, but like for a lot of people, just did not understand how it worked.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, skill issue, pretty much.
And depends if you're just into enough to be like, I need to do this.
Well, that's why they try to give you a place to practice it in the hub, pretty much, because, yeah, you should probably be figuring out the mechanics here before you start applying it in stages. Speaking of, here's the next one. This one makes no fucking sense. So, naturally, they wanted a stage to represent Frontiers, because that was the most recent game. Shadow has never been here, so what the fuck is this doing here? This is kind of implying that maybe Shadow was in Frontiers in the background, we just didn't notice.
Yeah, because he so blends in and also personality-wise just almost in the background.
You can kind of guess where in the timeline this happens, because we'll see like the volcano soon enough. You know, the one where we had to do that stupid fucking pinball minigame for.
Oh, yeah, that
Apparently, this is where Shadow would be in the background while Sonic was doing that. Maybe. We don't know. We're just assuming.
You notice him because you needed to do this like 3 or 4 times because it was really, really hard for some reason.
Stupid pinball man. Anyway, like the stage is good, but yeah, I get why this is here because they need to reuse assets because like fuck man, making new assets is expensive, so we gotta reuse a bit. But it's just like, okay, fine, even though it makes no fucking sense. I remember the track I listen to right now, I remember people complaining because it was, what's the genre, EDM or something like that? People just did not like the dubstep business, but I like it. But it might be because I'm biased.
Even like, you know, I was not really a fan of dubstep, but then there's like some good American video like this just not bad, it's like even really tame.
Oh, techno the dubstep for this one personally, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Unless that's what EDM is. Is it like a hybrid of techno and dubstep? Is that how that works? That's the volcano, so Sonic's just figured out how to do the pinball minigame.
I will figure out the difference because the difference of music subgenres is so stupidly confusing, and then people just get really mad because, oh no, you called it punk rock instead of pop punk, and those are
What?
two different things.
Why?
And people are legitimately like this.
Yeah,
And
okay.
it's almost no difference.
This is the ultimate power.
Alright. Yeah. Press the button, game. There you go. That's my controller freaking out.
So,
Couldn't help yourself, could you? That way. No. Fire indeed hot. Again, I still like that. I still like that these levels are designed with the whole Frontiers mentality with how the platforming works. I really like how this works because if you could see a shortcut, take it because you know risk reward is really beneficial here.
so apparently EDM is kind of like a over-encompassing term, just electronic music that is made to be danced to. That includes dubstep, it includes techno, so it's like all
Okay,
that.
it's a generalized. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I like it here, so shut up.
Yeah.
But it also does fit how the music sounded in Frontiers with the cyberspace stages, because the music for the
Yeah.
cyberspace stages was in that style, so it makes total sense.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call this dubstep. That's the difference for me.
It depends on how much of the wubs are going on. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Remember these rock pools? We barely saw them in Frontiers. It's like, oh, that's a neat background element. Alright, moving on. It's like this game. It's just interesting they've managed to convert one of the islands into a full-fledged stage instead of being a hub, an explorable island. But that kind of makes me want to have the other islands be like levels instead. That's a lot.
Maybe budget just ran out, sadly.
I think they were just too worried that there wasn't enough of traditional Sonic stages in Frontiers, which is why the cyberspace stages exist. But Frontiers didn't need it. Really did not need it. Like the morph really works really well when you know what you're doing with it, because it's very seamless, like how they've implemented it. Like it's disruptive initially, but once you get the hang of it, like it fits right in. It's perfectly fine. Says as he accidentally backtracks. Sorry, I was too much in the groove.
Yeah.
Random mechanic to throw in here. I'm sure speedrunners know how to skip all of this.
The speedrun is already done because they can shoot against the wall 5 minutes after the start.
Oh yeah. Like I bet you they figured out how to get straight to, well, this stage without actually needing to, you know, get any of the upgrades somehow. What's that symbol again? We still have no idea what the fuck that symbol means. I mean, we kind of do, but you've like, right, in universe for Frontiers, like for the Final Horizon DLC, they finally give you an answer for what that symbol means. Apparently, the ancients didn't know what that symbol means either, but they praised it. But they have no idea what the fuck it means. Great answer, guys.
Probably means something stupid, like just one.
It's just like, it's nice that there's an answer, there's some acknowledgement of that symbol, but it's also like, dodge the fucking question again.
I just gave you more questions.
Alright, Generations is happening. Shadow's gotta be here at some point, because, you know, he has an emerald to give.
I found you, Shadow!
The blue hedgehog, of all places.
You have something I need.
You can wait until my business is finished.
Yeah, sorry, but that Chaos Emerald and I have a date with a monster.
Well then, it'll be a date to die for.
Making a Sonic Heroes reference, how dare they? Right, so unfortunately this is not a boss fight that we can participate. You have to do that in Generations. So we can't beat Sonic, unfortunately. But canonically, yeah, Shadow has to lose. Like, would you rather have a fight where you lose regardless of what you do, or just have a cutscene?
Honestly, just a cutscene, because I hate the, oh, you have to find the boss fight that you have to win and then you lose in the cutscene. They just make me lose that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at you, fucking Kylang.
Nice hustle, but I won this one. So I'm taking the emerald. See ya!
Fucking asshole.
I finally find you, and what do I see? Sonic defeating you. What happened?
I will beat him on equal terms, or not at all.
A fine time for you to be honorable. Now he has the Chaos Emerald.
No, he has a fake emerald. I'll have you swap it for the real thing after I'm finished with my mission.
Wow, look at you. As a professional jewel thief, I approve.
I thought you were also an adventurer.
No. Rouge is a jewel thief. That works for Gun.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I thought you had that in comments with backwards, did I?
I mean, treasure hunter, adventurer is kind of the same
Fish
thing.
hunter.
Okay, right, we need to find the boss. Down here, I think. This boss placement is interesting for the fact that this one's not out in the open. It's kind of pretty hidden, actually.
Oh, you can just go for boss of this. Okay.
Only with the morph phase. I can't do that regularly. Unless there's an
that's
enemy behind it that I can warp through.
Hmm.
If I touch regular ground, I...
Somebody cleaned that grew up at some point.
Nah, it's fine.
Kinda looks gross, you know.
I don't know, it looks tasty. It's the purple stuff in the Sunny D commercials. Okay, it's a... I want to say it's an American thing, really, but it is a thing here in the UK. I just don't see it as much. Right, so we could have gone here a lot earlier, but there wasn't much to really explore because the game wouldn't let us.
So that's orange juice.
It
Why
kind
the
of...
hell is there purple stuff related to orange juice?
Okay, so in the regular commercials, when they talk about it initially, a guy reading through the fridge or whatever. So we got lemonades, Coca-Cola, purple stuff. There's always purple stuff, but nobody knows what the purple stuff is.
Okay.
That's the joke. Okay, so we need to get more keys, but this one requires 4 keys for some reason. I mean, thankfully we already got 1 key spare, so we just get another one. I wonder why this one requires 4 keys.
Because it's the fourth one.
Maybe. I'm glad we can link back up. I know you'd be a big help. I'll keep scouting around and gather intel for you. The sooner we're out of here, the better. Can't believe you went to all that trouble to give Sonic that fake. Such a softie. But he'll know it's a fake soon, so hurry up. Get this, he's being helped by his younger self from the past. They act the same, but his past self is a lot quieter. You'd like him. Anyway, I'll keep tabs on Sonic and his friends and update you. Watch out for a giant flying time-eating monster. It's a jerk. Yeah, sure, alright. Alright, so in order to get to these... Okay, that one's right there, actually. I do like... Each of the areas have unique themed challenges, but this one's, like, actually interesting because, Oh look, platforming sections, just like in Frontiers. It's like, oh, you couldn't help yourself, could you?
Back to this Frontiers, to work for this.
I use those assets. Do I have to? Okay, I've got like 40 seconds, so I should probably use it. It's like, I wonder if someone took this stage as a challenge to not use Chaos Control as much as possible. I don't have enough energy.
Right, the thing is that people use challenges for everything. That is really hard to do without Chaos Control. Honestly.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm sure someone knows how to do it. I mean, technically, I don't actually need to beat the stage to get the S rank. I could just finish the stage, that's all I need to do. Yeah, that was close. I know for a fact...
Use it.
No, it's like, I know for a fact if I hit that spike, I would have fallen off the edge. Damn you, knockback. Do more stage. I'll work with that. Yeah. You can't double jump with the Doom Morph. That's the only downside with it. It's fine. I didn't want it anyway. It was lame. And still homing attacks. Just it is a little awkward when you like misalign the jump and you can't correct yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess I'll go this way. Fine, I see how it is. Do it the boring way then.
The last rank.
Now I need one more. So if anyone's just been getting like the 3 keys only, yeah, you're gonna have to go back to a different mission to get that 4th one. Oops. Random mechanic throwing, because this was not in Frontiers. This only,
I feel like I've seen it in another one though.
Yeah, I think this is something that would be more in Forces, to be honest. Like, there's the Metropolis theme stage has a platform that acts similar to this. It's not the same, but it would fit better there. We've already done Forces, so we can't do that here.
That reminds me of sometimes the wind hiding and hovering thing. The gun is right there.
I can't grab it. There's a wall in the way. I usually struggle doing that, but I just did by sheer accident. Yeah.
It's like, I feel like somebody... Shadow should be able to get rid of that wall.
How thick that wall is. Nope, there's a couple boxes in the way. Sorry.
One.
No, there's a stack of boxes. That makes it a couple.
You only need to remove one of them.
Ah, if we were playing a 3D stage, this would be different, but I'm locked in a 2D plane. Just like Chaos
yeah.
Island, because that was a 2D plane hellhole. Like all the challenges you could do in Frontiers for the Chaos Island, they were all 2D like planes locked for some reason, even though we're in a 3D environment. That sucked. Ooh, I can get a lot of momentum for this. I didn't need you. You're a waste of my time.
It was right there.
There, I did that one out of spite. Fuck you. It's fine. Pride wasn't ruined. What are we talking about? Oh, color. It's all back. Right. Now I gotta go back. Yeah, you can't go through that tunnel hole. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
Oh, why not?
Is it? Oh, fuck it. It'll only take a second just to find out. You can like check out like this little well here was here from the start, but you couldn't go down because initially it was filled with water. But even later on, you couldn't go the other way. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, you can. I'll shut the fuck up. This one must be special. It needs 4 keys. Yeah, there we go. Like any second now. Oh, I know you.
What is this? A seal of some sort?
No. No, we're not doing that. Oh, hello. Not wasting any time. Hi, Mephiles. You're still not mad about what happened before, right?
Then restore myself to the timeline.
Still mad. Now, all this dialogue here is interesting because he's different compared to the other bosses. He's actually acknowledging what the hell's going on. Unlike the other guys, they just assume everything's normal. But no, Mephiles is fully aware of what's going on and the fact that he does not exist in the main timeline. That is interesting. Punt him. You. I was gonna do it anyway. Yes,
Yeah.
I was gonna do it anyway, but thank you.
It's like you get your hands full with yourself. It took me way too long to figure out. I might not have opened the mod view.
Oh yeah.
When you see, because it wasn't the comment, it was under my like but recommended to me. It's like, oh.
Yeah, playing Shadow Generations, you know, it is.
Oh, thank God, yeah.
So on the first attack, you can do the regular mashing, and it will work. But any attempts afterwards, he will counter you. That's interesting.
Oh, he's learning.
He's a learning. Anyway, just kick him. God, the towers, they be tilting.
I'll just take care of them all.
One of you's real somewhere.
It's the
Don't do me favors.
Oh, cool. I hope you enjoy your time regardless. I do apologize if I can't read your full message. I'm playing.
Yeah,
Climate
it's
can catch up for me.
and yeah, Minecraft was on it from a bit out of city, but this is really fun. I don't know what TV Big Ball.
Dead by Daylight.
Oh, that's a daylight. Ah, okay. Almost. God, I'm really old, am I?
Dead by Daylight's not that old, right?
No, but is it just alias? Alias Big Ball? Is it ALOS? Is it okay?
Oh, you should. You get 2 games for the price of 1. You get Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations. 2 really good games, so do it. I love that line. Like, Mephiles is so desperate to be re-implemented the timeline, but he just cannot. We're perfectly happy with our branding. If you're suggesting a recommendation of changing it up, we're good.
I think it fits us to be just simple.
Yeah, it's like, we're not that big. Even if we changed up our branding and logo and all that, we don't need it. I like the impact font. What are you talking about?
I don't know why, but I have like the growing suspicion that this is going to be the final boss or something.
What? No.
Don't be frightened.
I mean, maybe, but simplicity works just as well.
Shadow will never serve you. He's nothing like you.
Gerald may have given him this unassuming form, but the blood of the Black-Hards flows in his veins. He is a warrior, a destroyer.
Yes, the warrior that will destroy you.
I have learned from our last encounter. There will be no mistakes this time.
Well, that's appreciated. Again, we don't need this.
Professor, what do you think he means he learned from our last encounter?
I surmise you defeated him at some point in the future. He has grown a new body and used the nebulous nature of time in white space to accelerate his plans for revenge.
He's right. No more mistakes. This time, I will crush every last one of them.
Shadow, no!
Maria?
It breaks my heart to see you so full of anger. This isn't who you are.
But I must commit genocide.
Shadow.
And
Because
edginess.
light, there's only darkness. But a shadow will show you where to find the light. Do you understand? I don't want you to be driven by darkness. I want you to be happy. Stand in the light with peace in your heart.
What is this, Kingdom Hearts?
That isn't just me.
Alright, we're already at the tail end of the game. Just need to get that one last upgrade.
Okay, is this going to power through or save something for next stream?
Next stream will probably be less than an hour long, so we might as well finish it now. There's no extra missions after the final zone, so yeah, it's just the final act.
Okay.
Something calls to me.
Yeah, the smart thing would be to not collect this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah, but then the game can't progress.
There we go, now we got the wings. Do you think they like Vertical Highway? Alright, so yeah, the wings are technically our super form. Because Sonic has the main emeralds, they need to give Shadow something else that isn't the super form. Whee!
I feel complete.
So whilst you're gliding, you technically can fly for a pretty decent distance. And you have kind of infinite energy, only when you're on the ground. To stop you from breaking the maps, basically from flying around everywhere.
Yeah. They learned from Frontiers with Sonic.
Shadow, you are finally complete. Come, face me. I shall claim you, mind, body, and soul, and become the perfect being.
It is time.
I'm sorry I put you on this path, Shadow, but I'm proud of how you have walked it.
I believe in you, son.
Shadow!
It's all right, Maria. I'm letting go of that destructive anger. But I will continue to fight. Fight with your wish in my heart. Your wish for everyone to have a chance to be happy.
God, he smiles. That's a rare sight.
No, he's no longer edgy. Freeze him.
I can't exactly do that. These wings act more like as a glide than proper flying, but you know how it is. They do act as a really good double jump though. Like it's a really powerful double jump. Well, I think I am invincible whilst I'm in this phase. Pretty sure. I mean, that's why I labeled it as a super form, but you know. So the ring counter is going down, in case you didn't notice. I feel like they made this whole platforming section just to make up for the fact there isn't any missions here.
And yeah, I think it's timing, pacing wise a lot better.
Yeah, that way. Excuse me, coming through. Bloop. There we go. Alright, so now that we've got the wings, we can actually turn them on or off if we want to for the stages. That's just for the sake of the challenge. Although these acts are made for the wings in mind, so you're going to have a harder time if you turn them off. But you can turn them off if you wanted to.
But why would you?
Okay, so Act 1 is closer to the original Radical Highway with some changes. Act 2 is a lot different though. Kind of interesting theme. Like the first stage we did was the file stage for SA2, and now the file stage is the first stage SA2. It's poetry, it rhymes.
I'll overcome every obstacle with this power.
Oh, cool! Full free 50 rings. Thank you. All those platforming I'm skipping. It's like, this is the downside of having these wings. It's like, oh man, look at all these challenges I'm just ignoring.
Ignoring.
This is,
Like, I have the power, but...
I'm missing
rest
out.
is
There's the thing down there. This has been like a small gripe I've had with like Sonic fan games when they allow you to just skip so much of the environments. Like, does it make a good game if you're skipping everything? Especially when it requires very low skill to do it.
Yeah, like, you can have this for the funnel stuff. If you have it too early, it actually is bad game design, I feel like.
That's my gripe I have with like the overly praised Sonic fan games like Sonic GT, which, you know, at its core it's pretty good, but man, it's really, really floaty to the point where it's like, I don't need to do shit.
Yeah, you can sometimes happening with, you know, big budget games where people then actually do challenge runs because it's like, well, there's this one mechanic that I just don't use because of how fucking strong it is.
We're looking at it right now. It's like, man, this would be a lot more interesting stage if I didn't use his power right now. Hey, I jumped over that, mate. Thankfully the wings are turned off right now, so they stopped draining. I'm not going over to those dash rings. That was I died so many times trying to get those before, so I'm not doing it here.
So, it kind of reminded me at some point, Yatsi made like a comment about some games have like, you know, an item that you equip to reduce the damage you take. I'd be like, wait, isn't that just armor?
I mean, yeah.
It's like, what's the, you know, easy mode item and what's just part of the game? And that actually is a really philosophical question.
Unleash the power.
It's a good thing it pauses you mid-air. Don't have to worry about falling to the ground. I've got so many rings right now. I ain't running out anytime soon. Well, except for the boost meter. I need to collect the rings to refresh it. I step it up on the visuals, didn't I?
I mean, yeah, follows the X, so...
Ooh. Oh, gravity, what is it? I have no idea what it is. I probably could have jumped over that one. Pretty close to the end by about now. Oh yeah, there could be more. This is the final stage, so you know, there's always room for a bit more. And I don't have chaos control either, so that might be a factor why.
Let's do this.
Okay, there is an Act 2, which is surprising. Here we go. What's more surprising is Act 2 is full 3D. What? You tell me they could have done this the whole time? I mean, okay, sure, why not? So we really like Radical Highway. We just need a little more. it's any positive, we get like 3 remixes of Radical Highway in this game because of this. I'll take it. With a 4th extra one on the OST, by the way, because they just had to put another one in there.
It's like I wrote 4 different drafts for Radical Highway theme. Just put all of them in there.
Purple does hurt you, in case you're wondering. It's not the ooze, it's a different kind of purple.
That makes sense.
Oh, completely new enemy here. That's a surprise, to be honest. This way. This stage is a lot harder without the wings, surprisingly. Look.
Like almost this is a part of the gameplay mechanic now.
Hey, Adrian.
Hi, Adrian.
Sorry we've been absent for several months. Shit happens. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna be absent again by February, so... Oops.
Somebody needs to move.
What? No, what are you talking about? I'm not moving. What? That's the weakest excuse I could possibly think of. I like the design of this enemy. Like, this does fit right in with Shadow, like as one of the bosses we could have had. Nope, it's just a mook.
Just stands there.
Kick you up there. It's just an amusing mechanic. Like for Shadow, for this new platform mechanic, punting enemies to where you're going. I don't think I can glide when I'm in these sections. I gotta be careful. There. I remember.
I'm throwing a house at you.
Just throwing everything at me. Yeah, I remember this section being quite difficult without the wings, because like, where the fuck do I go?
Almost like you need them.
So I probably could have kept going, but oh well, I'm here already. These rotating platforms are pretty difficult without wings, because you can't catch yourself if you fall off. They got a pretty steep curve as well. Like, it's easy to fall off of them.
Yeah.
Except here, this is scripted. This is fine.
I just thought we're not allowed to be here.
Alright, that's the stage is done. Alright, Black Doom, have you had your Radical Highway fixed? Because I think we've seen enough of it. Oh, sorry, Devil Doom is final boss form. Very original, guys.
I mean, it's a better name than that, so that's that.
Agreed. Time to sever this bond between us forever.
Right, so this boss fight is much better than how it was before in Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, this is a much more noteworthy boss fight. Kinda says a lot with Generations' final boss fight though, because... Generations, I thought they would fix that boss fight with the re-release. Nope. They did not. So it's like... Oh man, I wonder how many people got disappointed when they never played Generations. They got this. Probably did this game first, and then decided to do Generations, and it's like... Oh, they fucked up.
they can use it for the things you can.
Where they don't label these as, you know, deflectible or whatever.
But you should have learned because you needed new charges. So.
Yeah, but it's just like all the other ones the game would tell you. I'm just saying. Alright, who's ready for phase 2? Alright, this section is actually pretty difficult, especially if you don't know how to use the Doom Morph. But I do know how to use it, so it'll be fine.
You got that game as good.
There's a lot of springs here to actually catch you in case you do fall, so they make sure that you're not screwed over if you mess up. Now, there's actually an achievement for this boss fight, just like in Generations, where you have to do the final boss without getting hit once. Yeah. Generations is easier than this. Not by much, though. I still don't like the achievement, because it's a bit hard to tell what hits you and what doesn't.
Just not get hit out.
Well, Generations, the original game, is jank, because it is straight up the original game. Not much was changed, so I don't blame you. That's me falling off. I don't remember what issues I had. I think, honestly, the major issue I had with original Generations with that game's port is that they gave Modern Sonic the...
What?
Oh, okay. That was weird.
Yeah,
I was just hanging there.
Yeah.
Okay, just kinda... Shadow Generations is the much smoother game. Like, yeah, this is a modern game with better, higher standards. There's, like, no issues with this game whatsoever. It's actually a really good, polished game. Sega, please keep this up.
I don't trust the track record.
I'm trusting them right now. They've pressed me with Frontiers, so they go in the right direction.
Yeah, but it's like...
Yes, like, it's the Time Eater boss. It fucking sucks. But this isn't Time Eater. This is much better than Time Eater, so take it.
I am nothing. I have surpassed you. Time to end this once and for all.
That looks like a homing shot. You probably can't hear, but it's playing All Hail Shadow, because of course it is. I love that theme.
Yeah, it's like... The music's a bit better, but it's...
Uh,
it's the shit that I think.
I had to tweak the volumes from the last stream because it was a bit too loud. I have done so. I've actually 100% Generations with the new version, but I don't bother with collecting the child. They don't unlock anything, unfortunately. I held the button instead of mashing it. Excuse me. Yeah, they added Chow in the new version of Generations, just for the sake of having a collectible. It doesn't do anything when you find them, though. That's unfortunate. It is an excuse to find new locations in the stages, if that's something. That would have been nice.
You cannot be putting Star Trek.
So there's a section here that is missable, because even I miss it. Coming up in a second, I think. Yeah, this is missable if you don't, like, hold the button when you attack here. No, you can't disable the drop dash for Modern. You can't for Classic, but not for Modern. Modern is, like, built in for some reason, and I have no idea why! Yeah.
Blinded by your own ambition, I will not be stopped.
And that's game. And what's my time?
With 2 streams.
That must have been like, yeah, about 3 hours? You just cut the bullshit?
Yeah.
Cannot deny what you are. We are one and the same.
Shadow the Hedgehog. This is the destiny I choose.
All I'm thinking of is Miles doing, you know, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
What's up, Danger?
I crafted everything.
Still so hyped for the Spider-Verse and the comics themselves.
Yeah, the updated script is weird. Like, I like the changes, but it's also like they didn't change the animation, so it's still the same game, just a slightly better script. Not by much. That must have been an A. Ah, I should have done better. Fuck. Oh well, that's it. We're going home. Yeah, that's something. But they just didn't do enough to change the core animations of the original generations. Anyway, enough about that. We gotta do more shadow shit. Oh, okay, so I did mod this game just a little bit, just quality of life stuff. Nothing majorly game breaking, but there was one extra addition I did add in here because it just fitted too well.
Sonic is getting ready to confront the monster that trapped us here. If I'm going to switch the emeralds without him noticing,
I could do the missions for that. I've already shown the DLC, but I could do the missions. Why not?
okay, I'll take care of it.
Don't ask how she's going to distract Sonic.
Aren't you coming? He
I
might
don't like
need
the
your
delivery of
help.
this line. It'll make sense in a minute.
I need to settle something first.
Whatever.
Why'd she say it like a high school girl?
Yeah.
Shadow?
This song is not in this cutscene. I've added this.
Do it.
Maria,
I'm okay. Really.
Professor, what's happening?
Without Black Doom's influence, the time anomaly is beginning to heal. We are returning to our own point in time.
I'll stop Rouge. Use Chaos Control. Stop this moment in time.
Shadow? No. I don't want to be frozen in one place in time. Besides, your friends need your help.
But you don't know what's going to happen.
I know I'll see you again. And if fate draws us apart, I will always be in your heart.
Maria. Wait.
It is criminal that that song is not in this game.
Yeah.
It fits
also-
too damn well.
And gotta also appreciate that they really paid attention to how to time it and everything. It didn't just slam it in. It like
Well, I think there was a little bit of, timing for it. Whoever made that mod for that, but well done because it fits too fucking well.
yeah.
It's like, oh, this was made for this scene. Why is it not here? So that song was used at the end of the Shadow prologue animations on YouTube. We couldn't fully hear the full track on its own cleanly until recently when the OST came out. So, yay.
Still, why isn't it there on its own?
I don't know. It is now. You can listen to it individually on YouTube. Nice, clean in HD. It's a really good song. I think it's called "Without You." Yeah, I like the song.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we got a little bit of time to kill. I'm gonna go to my completed save file. Alright, so when you beat the main game, you can actually change the stages to a hard mode. Here, it mainly just changes the bosses, and you get a couple extra challenge gates and such. So I'm gonna turn it on just to showcase what it looks like. So it's basically the red mode where all the, radical highway stuff in the sky was showing up. But now you can turn it on and off if you wanted to. So that's neat. Maybe. Okay, I want to get a little dialogue out of Omega here. You can come back to the other NPCs, but they are just fluff.
Observation.
Black Arms weaponry is organic in origin. This means they grow their firearms. Hello, you are part Black Arms. Therefore, I suggest you should be able to turn your hand into a gun.
He's not wrong. I wish he did that.
But
yeah, HD comment to bring up is like, oh yeah, he's part Black Arms. He should be able to do that. Why hasn't he been able to do that? I wish he could do that.
or that bot doing it.
I guess not anymore. Oh yeah, good mention of Cuba and all that. So here's the clock. If you find all 80 parts of the area, this provides nothing. It's just for a funny gag.
Just like how you did all that.
You found all 80 parts. Well done wasting your time.
I'm sure it's optional if you don't care about seeing the true ending.
I've suffered enough from that as is. Okay, we're gonna quickly do some challenge acts because we did glance over this. Right, do you like balloons? Because we got balloons! But this time it's with Keanu Reeves, so that makes it okay.
And it's very good that we destroy them because balloons tower defense has trained me for exactly that. They're evil.
I think the problem with Orba and Cuba is that they only treat them purely for comedic, and even then for forces they were barely acknowledged. I'm just now picturing my mind as like when Keanu was in the recording booth for a little. I'm not even sure if he was giving context for the lines, but I'm just picturing. Okay, I need you to do some like aggressive lines of you popping balloons. What? No, it makes total sense. I swear. Okay, the Act 2 for this one is actually interesting for the challenge. This is probably the most use of Chaos Spear I've ever seen. Toggle switches everywhere. And I just completely whiffed it. Good job, me. So we need to get a certain amount of rings on this one. Oh, the prototype version of Warbot. I mean, technically you're witnessing it because Sass is Warbot. It's the white version of him from Sonic Unleashed.
Had too many robots in Sonic games.
Yes. but Omega is my favorite for a good reason. I mean,
Yeah.
I do not have enough red rings. Not red rings, just regular rings. I need more. Hang on. Need a few more. There we go. Okay. And I missed the S-ray. Fuck me.
Because you use chaos control all the time.
I'm sorry. I only got the one use out of it. Ooh, I wonder. Right here. Okay, there's a sign in the background that has a very unique design. I think it's about the mean beans, but it uses the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog Robotnik face design out of it. It's like, oh my god, Sega has acknowledged that particular design of Eggman? What? Okay. Extras, let's just head over to the collection room. Okay, this place is all nice and completed. Here's your reward for completing the clock. Aren't you happy?
No.
Got a character viewer, which isn't much, but hey, at least they're here, so it's something. Let's see, we got a cutscene viewer. Actually, we gotta have a cutscene viewer.
I mean, that is nice if you can, just rewatch them.
Yeah. But this here is like a history log for all the games, even though it's chronologically out of order. Specifically, they put Shadow the Hedgehog in front for Sonic Heroes, but Sonic Heroes takes place before Shadow. That's not confusing for the audience. But I do like this is here in case you need some little tidbits of lore in case you're missing out of any. See, we got a music player, which we do have a pretty decent library of music, mostly from Shadow, but there's a couple of outliers here and there. You know, you see, if you wanted to listen to a particular track whilst you're playing stage, you could change it out just like in Sonic Generations, so yeah, that's appreciated. We got artwork. There's actually some exclusive artwork here that's never been seen before, like render arts for Sonic X. These have never been seen before.
It's a show, right?
Yeah, it was an anime. It's alright. It's not great. But yeah, these render stills are exclusive. These have never been seen before. It's nice to see some stuff that no one has ever seen. Yeah, other stuff happened, but we don't talk about those games. Where is... Oh yeah, right. There's also the concept art that was made for SE2, figuring out what Shadow would look like. This version of him, I think it was either nicknamed or it was just a fan name. Either way, they refer to this particular design as Terios, which is interesting. It's a name. They actually made this design a costume for this game, specifically that first one, number 1 over there, as an actual costume for Shadow to wear. It's interesting to see in a 3D design, but people have been complaining. It's like, oh, it looks so bad. Why did they make this? Because it's concept art. It was never meant to be fully made.
It's like, why does some of the art they used to see if it would work look bad?
That's an interesting thing. This is like a animation rules thing for how Shadow's supposed to express, and apparently he can't make these faces on the bottom right. He's just not allowed. But I'm pretty sure fan artists already made Shadow make those faces anyway. Those extra postcards in case you really wanted more screenshots. Doesn't he look so cool? And here's the journal. If you ordered this physically, I think as a pre-order bonus, you could get this this journal physically. There's a...
Ooh, that is cool.
Yeah, I was gonna get it, but I got impatient. I wanted the digital benefits of the PC version. Yeah, there's a lot of lore in here. Too much lore for us to go through, but it's like, man, there's so much here. Like, if you want to know more about Shadow and his background, we are. Also, can you tell he went mad at one point?
That just looks like my notes. Should I be worried?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they're actually acknowledging the Robotnik family here. It's in... Up is down for some reason. Yeah, they actually acknowledge some of the Robotnik family. It's interesting to know that there are relatives here. We don't know who Eggman's father is, but we know who his grandparents are, so that's something. Oh, that's nice. Well, either way, it's nice to have this journal physically, but I didn't do it because I got impatient. See the look, it's the bio lizard before he went giant and ape shit. He's about yay big, and then he turned into this monstrosity. Oops. Let's see what else we can. This is all stuff about the animation when things went to shit, pretty much. Like, what didn't? Oh, there's also an interesting tidbit at the start page here. This note here. So, Abraham Tower, that's a character we've seen from Shadow the Hedgehog. But it's who's written the note? Who's T? We have no idea who the fuck this is.
Mr. T.
Oh, of course, it must be. Yeah, we've had theories of who this might be, but we still don't know. We don't really have a full conclusive answer. This has been a mystery since it's been revealed. We have theories that this might be tied to a character that was kind of teased to us in one of the Tales Tube animations of a it looked like concept art, but it's too specific, basically, of a female character with pink hair, which is. Yeah, we don't know who this is. like they've been teasing us with this character that doesn't exist yet. But she is a person. We don't know who she is, though. It's been theorized it might be this mysterious T, whoever she is. Yeah. Right, that's everything. Let's see. There you go, just to prove I have done everything. Oh, the game labels I have done everything. So... Oh, of course, I'm such an idiot. It must be her. Wait, I'm trying to remember. Did she have pink hair at one point? Fun fact for Sally Acorn, she had like 3 designs before she was finalized in the TV series. No, she had blonde hair, she had black hair, and then she had regular brown hair. They could not make up their mind. Anyway. Alright, so I'll do for a stream. And unfortunately, I don't think we can do any other streams. We probably could, but we can't do any streams for the rest of January or February, unfortunately. So
yeah, terrible at this.
Yeah, scheduling. We just can't do streams like during February and shit. It just cannot happen. And if we do a game now, it'll get interrupted, and you have to wait for like past March or something like that. You know, we don't want to do that. Yeah, sorry, we're going on hiatus basically.
Again.
But we can show the thumbnail again for the next streams because that will happen once we get there. Be chorus, not Corvus. Not confusing at all.
Bit weird how they name it, yeah.
Yeah. We don't really have any games that are that short. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way in the real world, does it? I mean, if we could think of like a quick wonder game, maybe, but that's gonna be pushing it, basically. But yeah. Alright, that'll do for a stream. So yeah, sorry, we're going on hiatus probably till March, realistically. Who knows? Yeah, right. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the game and we'll come back eventually. Alright, so till then, bye all.
Yeah, bye.
Oh. That's how it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, am I the only one that for a second thought maybe, hey, Danny here is actually Danny?
Nah, that wasn't Ardeni. That was another guy, very similar to a previous person we encountered before, who was pushing
Yeah, I
for
know.
his art.
Yeah. But
No-
not like when after the first messages, it's like, wait, is it actually Danny? Because he
Nah,
was also like, hey, how's it going? And they can just hear this in his voice.
yeah, same. But no, it was all wrong. The guy did it the exact same way as the previous guy who was promoting his thing, trying to get on our side. He's like, I'm a gamer too. It's all neat. Hey, by the way, I do art. It's like, fuck up.
Yeah. And with this, like, if he just leaves it as that, I'm fine with that. It's like,
He was not taking
yeah,
a hint. He was promoting himself.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to
But
put up a don't promote shit